Welcome back. This is video 14 of the series, Exposing the Beast System. Today we're going to be talking about interpersonal relationships. Wow, that's a biggie. It's a biggie. In the last episode we talked about getting the Echo, getting the Dot, getting Alexa out of your house, getting the wireless out of your house. Get it out. Get it all out. You do not want any of this spying ability, because that's all it is. They just want to get your information. They want to know what you like, what you don't like, the things that set you off, what don't set you off. It's all about triggering. And we're going to get to triggering here in a little bit. Okay. Now, when it comes to interpersonal relationships, the best thing that I can tell you is that you need to forget everything that you ever knew about relationships once you understand the truth and the deceptions that are going on. Because the facts are that most people just don't want to know. Even if you have good information and can actually purvey the information in an orderly manner, not all crazy and wild. I think I'm actually pretty good at waking people up. I wake people up on a regular basis. I actually do. And it's very gratifying. It's very gratifying. Yeah, a lot of the people that get woke up, a lot of the females that I deal with, that I honestly say that I, have interpersonal relationships with and stuff like that, the ones that are awake to deceptions, a lot of them are nutty. A lot of them, the deceptions, it's all just overwhelmed them to where they're actually just paranoid. That's sad because, it just doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. You can use this knowledge to empower yourself and empower others if you're inclined to. Yeah, the truth, the longer you're awake, the longer you're going to discover that the truth has no real friends. Okay? The truth has no real friends at all. And that's just the way it is. You're going to find people that just like to pick the truth. You're going to find people that are totally against the truth. You're going to find people that'll fight you to protect the truth. I mean, it just is what it is. People are inclined to protect the system that they have to rely on to stay alive, basically. A lot of the problem with interpersonal relationships today is that everybody has a different definition for every word that they know. It's just the way it is. Everybody defines words the way they want, and that's just wrong. They convolute the issues and they convolute words and they make words mean different things than they mean. Sodomite is one. That's a word that's been diluted over history. One that's recently came into my life lately was the word pirate. Now, to my friend, this pirate that she was talking about was outside of her house. And I asked her if she wanted me to come over, because to me, a pirate is the scurviest, most vile, disgusting piece of shit, for lack of a better term, that I could possibly imagine. Just a no good, worthless scumbag. Well, no, my friend has a totally different definition of a pirate. A pirate to her is just a little cute and cuddly guy who's a little different. And I was like, okay, well, and there was a breakdown there, and it happens. It happens, even with the most simplest of words. It happens. I had someone that I was chatting with who, it was a guy, and I'd known him for a long time. And I asked him what his beliefs were. And he said he was a Christian. And, most people believe that a Christian is a person who believes in this biblical character that's been sold to you and all this, you know, Christian has to do with Christianity or whatever, you know, all the fake religions. And yeah, come to find out that, you know, this guy worshiped Jesus. And I was like, wow, that's really good. And then the conversation went a little bit further, and the guy was talking about that Jesus was Lucifer. And I was like, wow, well, so basically you're telling me that a Christian is worshiping Lucifer. So thanks for the information, you know. And these people give you information like that. You know, I found out later that this person was a Mason, and you know, that's just the way it is. When you live in a small town in a small area, I don't even live in that area. It's 2,000 miles from me, but people see you, and people know what you do, and you know, people are always watching. And yeah, I come to find out later, you know, it was a long drawn out story, but you know, these are just interpersonal relationships. This is how this stuff affects you. Makes communication very, very difficult. Now, for me, the person that I want to be around and want to spend my time with has to be down 100% with the truth. Has to be down 100% with me. Because if they're not down with me, they're down to get me. And that's just the way it is in this day and age. That's the way I feel about it. I mean, I can't be with someone who's not totally awake to all of the deceptions. But it seems like all of the people that are totally awake to all the deceptions are kind of weird, or they're Masons and they're Eastern Star. I mean, that's just the facts. But the facts of the matter is that I can identify these people. That's how I know that they're Eastern Star, or that's how I know that they're Masons. I ask them. I ask them. They don't answer, but I ask them. Usually that's where it all ends. You know, it's really easy once you're awake to detect the fake people. It really is. You know, the stories are just too comical to even be believable. You know, and I've been dealing with a lot of that lately too. You know, and just some of these stories that you hear are pretty funny. You know, now on the people that I have an association with, and then I know that there's really nothing going to happen, I just take them to the deep water. I show them training videos. I show them the videos of the people that are training. I take them right to the deep end and just drop them in. Why? Because I planted the seed. I planted the seed. This is all going to come to light. And I'm the one that planted the seed. And they're always going to know that. Because it's shocking at first. It's shocking for everyone. And we all know it's shocking. Shocked me, you know, once I found out about all of them, you know. That's why I made the Chelsea Clinton video. That's my second most viewed video is the Chelsea Clinton video. And that's why I made that video. Because, you know, a lot of people right now like Trump. So it's easy to just show them Chelsea Clinton, you know, as a boy, you know, basically. That's what this creature is. But you notice in that video, I also put a photo of that creature with Ivanka as well. Or Ivan Trump. Ivan Trump. Oh, what a comedy charade that show is, huh? I mean, look at all the stuff that's happening off of this Trump nonsense. This sick freak. Okay, now, speaking of nonsense and sick freaks, we're going to go back to the media. Because that's where a lot of this stuff happens at, in the media. We're going to start talking about trigger words. Trigger words, like, and trigger phrases, like a startling new development, or this is apocalyptic, or the chaos, or wasteland, or surreal, or destruction, or frightening. You know, and two of my favorites that are popping up on a daily basis now are our democracy is in danger, and this is a threat to our democracy. You know, it's just that repetition programming that I keep repetitioning about. Okay, it's just what I keep talking about, the repetition programming. We do not live in a democracy. There's no such thing as a democracy. Democracy does not exist, not in this plane or in this realm or any other realm that I know of. Okay, now one of my last subs in my last video said I was doing mag style videos. You know, I like mag. I support mag. Why do I support mag? Because mag has vowed to take down Hollywood. Okay? And Hollywood is where a lot of this stuff starts and ends with their puppets. Their puppets. And, you know, I'm going to try to do everything in my power to help mag. Everything in my power to help mag bring down Hollywood. Okay? Everything. Yeah, you know, Hollywood is a problem. Hollywood is a big problem. You know, we were all victims of Hollywood and the programming, you know. I tell people all the time, well, how do you know about this? Well, how do you know about that? Is it from a Hollywood movie? Is it from the TV? The answer is usually yes. You know, Hollywood programs us with some really sick shit. With their sickery, their demonic presence. You know, and it's something we have to deal with. So if Mag is willing to try to take down Hollywood single-handedly, hey, man, I'll support him 100%. I'm with him. You know, I want to help any way I possibly can. What qualifies me to you know, maybe want to help with Hollywood? Because I know how sick Hollywood is. I might have worked around in that area for a while in my life. You know, doing security and stuff like that, like Ventura, LA, OC, San Bernardino, San Diego, you name it. Pretty much all of Southern California. So Southern California might have been my stomping grounds for a pretty good deal of my life, pretty long time in my life. It was, you know, it was a fun time. It was a different time then. Yeah, you know, it was still weird, but wow, now it's just off the chain weird. So forget everything you have ever learned in this world and start fresh. Start fresh. Okay. This is going to be the end of video 14 for the day. I hope you all have a blessed weekend. See you soon.